What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Old Volks TV. We're hanging out in the new Ragtop today. Been wanting to work on this car quite a bit. I know last week we put the pop outs and Jeremy's super latches in there. Super nice. I love the way that came out. Pretty easy to do too for a car that didn't come with pop outs. But looking at it after that, and this headliner, or you know what's left of it, it's pretty gross. So I'm gonna pull this gross headliner out today, I think, and get everything cleaned up. I got a new one that came in, the factory style perforated, just off-white vinyl. Which is what this looked like to me, what the original one was. So I went ahead and ordered the closest thing I could get to it, and I got the padding kit. So we're gonna clean this thing up. We're gonna get the new headliner in there, hopefully with the padding. We're gonna clean up this ragtop section. I'm waiting for the vinyl for the ragtop to come in. I ordered another one because this one's all shredded, but we can do the rest of the headliner, and then we can do that part in another video. Should be pretty easy. Fingers crossed. I say that. I've never done a headliner in a bug before, so I'll learn while you learn, and it'll be fun. So, I don't know, we'll take a quick look around. You can see what's left of this original one, and then we'll jump into the cleaning and the installing of the new one. Let's go! First thing I gotta do, because it's gonna be in the way, I just have to remove this ragtop assembly. It's crusty, it's in there, but it wasn't in there when I got it. I kind of put it in there just to see if everything fit correctly, so it should be pretty easy to come out. We don't want to lose any of the parts, especially we have the original little insert piece that's like cardboard or leather. I think it's cardboard. But it has the little metal strip, and it has the little tabs that pop in. I don't think the new one comes with that, so I'm going to try and save as much of that as I can. It's actually in pretty good shape. So we've got the little retainer plate for the inside. We've got the retainer plate for the outside with all the little nuts on it that he took out. He was very careful about taking this car apart, which is awesome for me because everything is still there. I gotta unlatch it, and then don't lose these. I didn't know that the originals were plastic. The ones for my 63 are metal, but I bought them on the Samba. I guess the factory ones were plastic, so that's pretty cool. And they're not broken, they're actually in good shape, except for the one that I just dropped, which probably broke. So we're gonna save that too. But once you get these out, everything should just slide out. My rails are just held in with one screw right now because I only had two. That's all I found. So you unscrew those, the rails will pop right out. Ragtop's off, and we're free to start just shredding what's left in there. So we'll just do that in quick time, so you don't have to sit here and watch me grumble about how dusty it is. So these little teeth hold the strip it's like a little cardboard strip that keeps that headliner tucked in around the ragtop. So what you got to do is you just sort of get a little screwdriver in there and bend them out, not too far, but you got to go far enough to get that little cardboard out. Just kind of wiggle it a little bit without hitting the camera. There we go. See there? So she comes right out. Just take your time. If you go too far, or if the car's had too many headliners put in it, those little tabs will break. So you have to be, extra careful that you're not fatiguing that metal beyond what it can take. To my knowledge, this is the only headliner that this car's ever had. So it's good for me that they're not going to break off, hopefully. But I got them all out, and then we're gonna, when we put the new one in, there's a little, I think on the new ones it's plastic, but it's a little plastic sort of rib that goes in there. The headliner will wrap over the top of that and tuck, and then you take a rubber mallet with a rag on it and you tap these all back tight where they just came from, and that'll pinch that under the rail so it'll look super clean. So now all we gotta do is go all the way around the front and all the way around the other side. In the back it doesn't have it because it's a different sort of attachment, so we'll get to that when we get to that. But I'm gonna peel the rest of this headliner out. Super fun. I got a super good trick for getting rid of this fuzz, the old padding. I basically just take a shop vac and a wire brush, and as you scrub it, you vacuum next to it, and it kind of collects the dust, because you definitely don't want to breathe that stuff. Doesn't matter how old it is or whatever. Who knows what's in there. It's got to be gross, maybe full of rat pee and whatever. So just put the vacuum next to it and scrub it with the brush, and I'll show you a little barbecue brush, or I use these for doing carbs and stuff, these little wire brushes, and I just keep them when they get wore out for stuff like this. So I'll show you how it works. It's super easy. So we're just gonna wipe down the areas that we just kind of scrubbed, just to get any loose dust, just where we're gonna be gluing some stuff. So the kit comes with over the doors, over the quarter windows, I think down here. I think you get a piece here, there's a piece back here, something around the window. It's not very thick. I may try and get something a little thicker, just so I can have some padding, you know? The padding is what makes it look good. You know, it fills it out, so it's not all flappy and loose. Because you don't want a loose headliner. But where all that padding goes, you just want to, you know, there's 60 years worth of dirt that got back there, and these little rusty spots that we brushed over to get the loose rust off. I'm going to hit them with some like paint. It's that paint with primer in it that's the same color, just to stop it from continuing the rust, just to kind of, you know, keep it nice. This car probably will eventually get fully restored at some point, but for now I like the original feel of it, so I'm going to try and keep it as much original as possible. It should be fun to drive around in for a while, and then we'll restore it for one of the kids one day, maybe. Be nice to have both my kids driving early Ragtop bugs. That'll be funny. Yeah, so there we go. Just kind of wipe it up. Get all that, see all that grossness that was on there. You might have to make a couple passes, I think, just to get it all off. And then that glue, that Super 90 3M stuff that we use, sticks pretty good as long as you got a fairly clean surface. So keep wiping and then we'll come back. So the sides are clean. We sprayed the rusty bits with a color. It's pretty close. It's not exactly, but it doesn't matter. It's going to get covered by headliner material anyways, so we don't really care about that. We just don't want it to rust anymore. You know, we scrubbed all that surface rust down, wiped it, and then you know, hit it with that good primer paint combo. That's important because just primer doesn't seal out moisture. It'll cover the rust, but you need paint to seal out the moisture. You don't want that in there either. So everything is coated nicely, everything is clean, everything is ready to go. I think we're going to call it for today. It's hot, I'm tired, I'm sweaty, I'm dehydrated. It's a horrible filming conditions. But you know, that's good for today. We'll go ahead and continue probably tomorrow. I'll come back and do the next one, which will be putting in the padding. Getting all the padding glued down and trimmed, and then maybe we'll start laying the headliner. I might get a little help for that one because, like I said, I've never done one and it looks pretty tricky. I've been watching the videos on other YouTubes and it's a little tricky, so maybe we'll get some help to actually lay the headliner down. Definitely got to get some clean hands because it's white vinyl, so we'll try and find somebody useful. Other than that, visit our friends, volksamerica.com, volksmania.com, vdubradio.com, good old Mike podcast. Some really good folks out there doing some really great things. Check us out at the vwnetwork.com. That's another little side project we got going on with Chris from one of the magazines, from both the magazines actually. He's starting up a website where you can get all the stuff that you need right there in one spot. So we're helping him out with that. We're participating a little bit, but that's going to be great. By the time you see this, That should be out. There's a countdown timer, but it should be out by the time you see this. Get you a Teespring shirt. You gotta have one, or 2, or 10. I got all of them. I think there's a couple other people out there that got all of them too. Teespring.com/whatever my link is. I'll put it down below. You can find you a shirt. Summertime, nice shirts, get one. And thanks for watching.